Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about some of the best surrounding areas, specifically more so 2 cities that surround Boise, Idaho today that are just as popular, just as vibrant, and just absolutely stunning. And they just resemble Boise and what it has to offer with a little less population, so that way you can still be able to maneuver and enjoy all the things that Boise has to offer while not being too far away. Guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm your host Naseem Eissa, and I am very excited today because we're going to be talking about 2 cities that I absolutely love and adore from the bottom of my heart because they're just absolutely gorgeous. So the first city we're going to be talking about is going to be Eagle. And if you know Idaho, or you know Southwest Idaho specifically, in the areas around Boise, Eagle, Idaho is just a higher end area that we're going to be discussing today. And we're also going to be discussing Meridian, which I have biasly said that it is the best city in Idaho. But with that being said, it does absolutely rank in the top 5 cities as far as areas to live. And those 2 areas we're going to be diving into today. So Meridian and Eagle, Idaho. Let's dive into the content. All right, guys. So to kick it off, we're going to talk about Meridian, Idaho first. Now, Meridian is the number 2 populated city in the state of Idaho. Now, number 1 is obviously Boise, right? Boise just has so much to offer, from Boise State University to downtown living to being the capital of the state of Idaho, and just so much that goes into Boise itself that people just absolutely love living there. You have the Boise River and all the good things, right? So that's all Boise. But today, we're talking about the best areas right around Boise. Meridian is literally right beside Boise. We're gonna have a map pop up showing you exactly where Meridian is next to Boise, Idaho. And you will see that literally it is connected side by side, city to city. Not only does Meridian and Boise touch, Meridian and Eagle also connect. So these 3 are kind of like the 3 musketeers. They're just the biggest and best cities that you want to live in as far as the perfect trifecta. I couldn't name a better triplet as far as cities go. So back to Meridian, Idaho specifically. Meridian is the number 2 populated city, and it is growing on a fast pace. They have amazing amenities, amazing quality of life, and they have so much to offer, just like Boise does. Now, when we talk about what does it have to offer specifically, Meridian is just an area where if you love more of a small city feel and you enjoy doing things outdoors, like going on walks, going on hikes, maybe you like to travel and go into the mountains or things like that, it's all accessible. It's all right next to you. It's in prime location as far as just being right next to Boise and everything else in between. So they are growing at a fast pace. Cost of living is cheaper in Meridian compared to Boise, Idaho, which is also awesome because some people are trying to get away from Boise due to the fact that it does cost a little more, and the cost of entry to live in Boise, Idaho is just not on par with what some people can afford to spend. So Meridian is an amazing second, and some people even push further out to Caldwell and Nampa, which we're not going to be talking about today. Those will come in other videos. But Meridian, Idaho specifically just has so much to do in outdoor recreation, in the shopping capacity. So if you're a big shopper, they just actually opened up a huge, kind of like a Dick's Sporting Goods. It's called Shields, and I actually recently did a video on this building, but it is probably one of the biggest buildings as far as outdoor sporting goods, or just sporting goods in general, that I have ever personally been to. You're walking in, you have this huge fish tank, you have everything from guns to hunting to arrows to pool tables to basketball courts, whatever you can possibly imagine, this store has it. And another huge shopping amenity that is in Meridian, Idaho is the Village. Now, the Village is absolutely beautiful. They have these water fountains during the warmer weather, which is currently right now. And then during the winter, they also have a little ice ski rink where you can go and skate around and have a good time with your family, kids, or friends and colleagues. Now, the Village also has movie theaters. They have a lot of food spots where you can go check out some very awesome ice cream areas, or if you're into Mexican food, they have El Matador, or just a couple of restaurants around that area specifically. They also just opened up the first In-N-Out in this whole state of Idaho, in Meridian, Idaho, which is also located right next to the Village, as well as your other franchise restaurants like Chipotle, McDonald's, Krispy Kreme, Red Robin, and all those areas are all around there as well. So the Village is just a beautiful area, and with as much attraction and attention that that's getting, they're also building a super village in Meridian as well. It's going to be a lot bigger, have a lot more to offer, and it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So as far as Meridian, it's probably going to outgrow Boise one day just because of how much they're putting into Meridian, and with growth comes more expensive living. So as things continue to get built, Meridian will get more and more expensive, in my personal professional opinion. And speaking of professional opinions, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho, and I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. So if you're in the market or looking into the market or just needing some assistance or advice, this is going to be my phone number popping up on the screen, as well as my personal email. As much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would also love to help you with your home buying needs. So back to the content. As far as growth, Meridian is just going to continue to grow, and they're just bringing so much more to add to why you should live in Meridian. Now, for those of you that are like, hey, I kind of want to stay in a small city, and if it may potentially grow into a bigger city, then maybe I want to look more outskirtish or live on some land that's kind of privatized where I'm not as neck with my neighbors and things of that nature. Then the good thing is the real estate side of things of Meridian, you do have a lot of land, as far as some that has acres, some that has agriculture, and some that is more farm oriented. So it's very awesome to see that you can get, hey, townhouses that are all stacked right next to each other, or if you want to live in some condos, you have that possibility. There's a little bit of everything in Meridian as far as housing goes, and the average cost as far as median sold price is $505,000 in Meridian specifically. So cost of living isn't as expensive as California. It's not as expensive as Denver, Colorado, or any of those areas. Matter of fact, the housing is probably the most expensive thing that you'll pay for in this area. And then everything as far as utilities, groceries, gas, and all that compensates for how high housing is. But the reasoning for that is due to lack of supply. Lack of inventory is driving prices up. Now, with interest rates being as high as they are, that does limit a lot of people. So if you're not a cash buyer or someone that does have to go through creative financing to attain a home, then it is a little more difficult to get into a home. However, for those of you that may be in a better situation or may already know what your budget is and can find something within that budget, depending on how we tailor that plan for you, then you are going to be good to go once you arrive. So that's the real estate market as far as Meridian. All right, guys, so next we're going to be talking about Eagle, Idaho. Now, Eagle, Idaho, I know we said Meridian is vibrant. I know we said Boise is vibrant. Eagle, Idaho is next level. And when I say next level, I mean it is second to none as far as cities in general. I know I'm a little biased and I say Meridian is the best city, but for me personally, that's because I like a little more population. I love people. I love interacting, socializing, and all that. Eagle, on the other hand, where you have Boise with over 200,000 people living in it, Eagle has just over 34,000 people living in it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So a lot of people that live here, they like to come here because it's a little quieter. There's not as much traffic as Boise and Meridian, but you still have a lot of higher end things, like just even the buildings and how they build them, architecture, modernization wise, all the new things they're building in Eagle specifically. Although it is still mainly farmland and things of that nature, you just have a lot more nature and scenery in Eagle, Idaho specifically, which is what is so attractive to so many people. Then you also factor in that there's not as many people here, and it just makes a lot more sense. However, there is almost a cost of entry to live in Eagle, because the median home price sold in Eagle, Idaho is $719,000. So if you look at what's currently listed, the average is in the $900,000 range, but for sold range, it's in the $700K range. So it is a little more expensive to live here. But with that being said, and as fast as it is growing and as much as demand as there is, there's also a lot less supply in Eagle, which is why it is so expensive, and it is continuing to become more expensive. However, with that being said, just like anywhere in Southwest Idaho we discuss, it is also building up more and more as far as housing and just local entertainment and food areas. So right now we're recording in the middle of a marketplace, which has the Lux Grill Theaters to the left of me, and you have some mom and pop shops. You have some amazing donut stores, you have a stretch lab, you have K&B's burritos, and you have a couple of business commercial buildings around us. But as far as Eagle in general, all these buildings are so modern, they're so new, they're just exciting to see, and they're just very nice to look at. And when you're driving around, a lot of people just love driving around Eagle because of how much greenery and nature and just the luxury lifestyle that it offers. Like, you obviously are driving around and it just looks more expensive. You can tell that there's a lot more higher end finishes in general in Eagle, Idaho, which is absolutely stunning. And as far as housing and things of that nature, that also reflects it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run some clips and let you guys see what Eagle, Idaho is all about. right, guys, so that is Eagle, Idaho, and a lot of people that are moving this direction, for the most part, most of the people I've met here are actually retiring in Eagle and just making it their forever home. Or there's some very high-end CEOs and doctors and lawyers and things of that nature that also live in Eagle. So it's just a very nice area. You do get a little bit of everybody. There's a lot of just opportunity in Eagle, I feel like, because although there is a lot higher end stuff, there's also a lot of great opportunities for business owners and people that may just be looking for that next big thing. I feel like Eagle, Idaho is just that, it's just a city of opportunity, and with it merging into Boise, which we kind of discussed location already, the foothills and the greenbelt all merge through Boise to Eagle. So you'll see, as far as the foothills and the greenbelt, there's just so much beauty as far as the homes, the nature, just so much that I get excited talking about it because I just want you guys to see it for yourself. So now, with that being said, guys, that is Eagle, Idaho. I know we touched a lot on Meridian, we touched a lot on Boise, we touched a lot on Eagle, and just how they're kind of just the perfect trifecta. So with that being said, I am going to reiterate, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Idaho, and I would love to help you guys with your home buying needs. So once again, you're going to see my personal cell phone number and email pop up on the screen. Reach out to me. Do not hesitate to contact me. I love when you guys reach out to me and just tell me that you've been watching the videos and things. It just makes my day. So with that being said, this has been another great episode, and we're going to be diving into more cities outside of Meridian, Eagle, and Boise. We're going to be doing some Nampa videos. We're going to be doing some Caldwell videos. We're going to be doing some Kuna videos. So with that being said, make sure you guys turn on notifications so you don't miss any of those as we start to post them as well. And with that, we are coming to the end of the video. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one.